As the little machine they just said, this meeting is being recorded. So I'm going to open this meeting at this time, 7:30. I guess we will start out with some minutes.
They're not ready.
They're not ready?
No.
Okay. And we will wait for next time to do those. Okay, then I want to do 15, 17, 19 Crestwood.
Okay.
So we did present this up to town council. Town council did say it was okay to sign it because we weren't guaranteeing any zoning conformity.
Understood.
And that basically that we were not incurring any liability by signing this. So so I guess we're all set to do that.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any comments or questions?
I have no comments or questions at all. We appreciate your consideration and great to see you again.
Thank you. Well, I wanted to do it right, and I wanted to make sure that we asked all the right questions and everything, so this doesn't come back on either one of us. Okay?
Understood. I think it was handled very well. It was a little bit of an unusual situation for everybody involved.
It is. It's a bit unusual. I don't think. I think it's pretty much the only one of these that I've seen like that. So I've been doing this a while. So.
Okay. Well, we appreciate your time and your cooperation, and we look forward to picking up the plan tomorrow, Debbie.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Well, hang on.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion.
It's gonna make it okay.
There you go. I move that the Community Planning Commission vote to grant the requested extension of time in which, whoops, wrong one. Gotta go wrong. I move that the Community Planning Commission vote to endorse a approval not required, the plan entitled Plan of Land in North Reading, Massachusetts, Middlesex County, dated March 10th, 2023, drawn by LJR Engineering, Inc.
Okay, I have a motion. I have a second.
Jeff?
Second, yeah.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Let the record show 3 opposed, 3 in favor, no opposed. Motion is carried, so we'll sign that and.
You want to sign now or so get out of here, or do you get everything?
You usually do.
Yeah, let's sign it.
Yeah, we can-
Well, yeah, they're not gonna take it with them, but
yeah.
you can sign it if you want. But you
Yeah.
can
Or we get another A&R after this if you want. We
Well,
can do
got
2
another
A&Rs.
one. I was just thinking we might as well just
Just do them all at once.
and then sign them all at once, so,
We have the duplicate, which is the one in 5 Elm Street one, right?
you don't need to have a motion on that.
No, I know not a motion, but I mean, that's another one up
That's
there.
another one.
Yeah,
There's 3 of them up
got
there.
it. So
yeah.
let's do the 3rd one and then we'll just
They're all
sign.
set, then you can.
Yeah.
Well, so thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming out.
Thanks. Nice to see you again, Warren.
Take care.
Have a good evening. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, so 7 Elm Street, 2 Greenbrier.
Ready, you get the mic?
You guys? Okay. So Deb, we are all set for that. Okay, hang on a sec here. And okay, we'll want to do a.
Yeah, I want to just point out something because, so our planner sees A&R plans all day long, right?
Yeah.
And Debbie probably Warren's been on this board since, what, 1950 or whatever. So we, and I'm not going to speak for Jeff, but I can speak, I know, for Jeremiah and others, we're not looking at them all the time, So we rely on some sort of convention, right? And so when I look at a plan and I see at the top, it combines those lots to B, A, B, B, all that stuff. No problem. I get that. I can read and I can do math. But when you look at the plan, there's no delineation of what was a lot line, what's moved, whatever. They're all the same exact, and I know that's what I was just trying to tell you, because I heard you kind of say, Debbie said, sorry, you had to update it. But I was just like, the sorry is because of me. So I'm just coming out and telling you. But what I'm also saying is it's because I don't look at these every day. And so us, the volunteer members here, who don't look at them every day, we need the help of you engineers to follow some sort of convention, being there's 4 different things you need to do. It lists them out. I'm not looking.
I'm not the engineer.
Okay, whatever, you the engineer? So you can explain to the engineer, but what I'm just saying is, I thought the engineer came, I apologize.
Oh, good.
But I just mean is, if it says, calls out, this is what's changing, or it has, this is the lot line changing, there's 4 different ways you can do it. I'm just looking for one. I'm not looking for somebody to have to check every single box. As I told Danielle, just tell me what's going on here, and that's all. So that's the reason why we did it. It wasn't to harass you and make you redo the thing with your engineer. It was just to help out the, other members that maybe aren't looking at these all the time.
No,
Basically-
completely fair, and he understood when I.
Okay, good. I just didn't want to make it cause like consternation, like we're just kind of being difficult, because that was not my intention.
Okay.
And I wasn't apologizing for the time to redo it.
Oh.
I didn't know that they redid it.
Oh, okay.
So they walked in.
Because I felt bad, like I'm like, yeah, see, it's all my fault, like I made them redo this thing. No problem. So I will read the motion now.
Okay.
There we go. Where's the green metal one? Yeah. Mr. Chairman, I move that the Community Planning Commission vote to endorse as approval not required the plan entitled Plan of Land in North Reading, Mass dated March 22nd, 2023, drawn by William and Sparges. Sparages Engineering.
Second.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jeremiah is on.
Pardon?
Hey,
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah.
Hello.
I don't know how to get rid of that.
Should just.
Hi, Jeremiah, would you care to vote on this 7 and Elm Street and 2 Greenbrier? Are you familiar with it? There you go.
So just do a roll call.
Did you follow all that? Jeremiah?
Yeah, I was following.
Okay, so so we actually,
Just do a roll call.
yeah, I'll do a roll call vote on this, I'll go back to it. So the motion has been made and seconded for 7 Elm Street, 2 Greenbrier Drive. So roll call vote, I'll ask Jeremiah first.
Aye.
Okay, Dave,
Aye.
Jeff,
Aye.
and myself, aye. For the record show 4 in favor, no opposed. So the motion is carried, so we can,
And we'll sign them all for you guys, so.
sign them all.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Okay. Okay. So we will take a short break, it's fine.
You need to do a roll call for Crestwood, even though we already went past that.
I don't know if he was on at that
Oh, it
time.
wasn't.
Yeah, no one's
Wasn't.
on yet.
If he wasn't on at that time, I don't,
Then you don't have to.
and I had the 3 votes I needed, so that's.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
you're all set.
Okay, short break while
Okay,
we sign all these A and Rs, and then we'll be back.
That's the mile and we
Yep.
I'll leave the space for you.
One Mr. Marco for the Mylar.
Yeah, I was gonna need you to finish.
Can you just put the date on it? June 6th.
On this? Yes. Thanks. And then you. Okay. Maybe. Thank you, guys. Thanks for coming out. Thanks, Debbie. Setting that all up.
No, you don't have to.
Yeah, we gotta wait for 8 o'clock.
Just right here. Good one. I started reading about the continuance, but the first one. No minutes.
Yeah.
That's good. I didn't see the zoning on there, but hey guys. Debbie, was any zoning, there was nothing up on the share, but is there,
Kathy was out yesterday, day sick. She said she has two to give us, but she doesn't have a full application, but they're not being heard until July.
okay, but isn't there a meeting Thursday? That we had?
They are meeting Thursday, but there was nothing, I think we've already seen everything that you needed to see for the Thursday.
Okay, good, yeah, maybe, I think one of them was continued, the shed one, this one shed one.
She said William Street and,
Yeah.
Main Street, the garage, I think, about the gas station.
Oh,
The 217.
But that's going to July, I think.
good.
I think so.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
need to understand that one a little bit. That was the one, those gas station ones.
Oh,
Just some of the claims being made that we approved it, and again, we could have, it wasn't during my time, but is there an actual plan, Debbie? You know, when,
which gas station, what are we talking?
so it's.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that's
One
gas.
across near Kitty's.
Yeah, but it's,
Okay,
but it's actually not, it's, you know, they sold the gas station.
Yes.
So it's the owner that used to own the gas station, they sold that, and an access issue, they're kind of working that out with the fire department and everything, but the key is the use of the different lots, and so it's in.
Yeah, the lot that's all fenced in next door there, it was
Exactly.
supposed to only be cars under repair. Or then, no, then you gotta use car dealer's license. and everything.
Yeah, that was back
Do they
then.
still have the used car dealer's license?
No, well,
They have four
well, I don't know about the license, as far as the use,
landscaping.
yeah, it's for landscaping in there.
Yeah.
So I think what the just, for us, because it's a ZBA thing on that, but for us, it was just the claim being made that we approved the
Right.
use. So that was just, I'm wondering if, did we, or is there?
Well,
No,
Yeah.
no, because I actually just finished the minutes yesterday,
Yeah.
and that was the last thing, and, no, there is nothing, no site plan of this.
Okay. Did you pass it to Jennifer, just to, or did Danielle to let Jennifer know? Even though I know they continued, so it's not like it's gonna come up this week. Even to Kathy, just to let them know, because
Make sure.
it'd be a good thing to note, just to let Kathy know, because if they're gonna bring it up again,
Yeah,
then at least Jennifer and the ZBA's,
could tell them, no, that ain't true.
yeah, they could, they could just say we looked into it. Because there was a couple things on the meeting that were claimed, and some of them could be correct.
It happens all the time.
Yeah, you could verify it.
People come in and say, last time we were here, but then I'm saying, that's not what we told you, here's what we told you.
Yeah.
You're like, I didn't remember all this stuff.
Well, and some of the reasons why, you know, reading the A&R handbook to Massachusetts, it lists those three different verbiages to keep under the signature block, like we did with Crestwood. But yet they did furnish that, LJR furnished it with that text. I just didn't pick it up last time, but they said that's how you get out of the whole thing where you're kind of signing off on non-conformity.
Yeah, right.
You just kind of say, you know, hey, this doesn't make any claim.
Doesn't make
So,
any zoning claim.
yeah, so you don't have that situation where you have the person come back, you guys signed off on my plan.
Yeah.
I know it's an A&R, it's a very different, but
Yeah,
some people could miss.
yeah, no, we've definitely had our share of those, so.
Oh, I'm sure you've seen everything.
Yes,
So we got 8 till then. Any other business that Danielle gave you? Nothing? Sweet. That was pretty simple. Oh, there's a baby. Oh, look at that. Good member. We got another voting member. Roll call. That's awesome.
we do have the appointment of the EDC, if you wanted to do that tonight, or if
I
you
was kind of avoiding that, but.
I don't know if you want to apply them.
I don't, do either one of you want to be on the economic development committee?
Yeah, so we were trying to hand it out, and before you got elected, one of the things we discussed when it was represented to us is that, and I think it was Leanne actually, and we just say, you know, everyone's kind of stretched. And we said, so this was, we didn't make it wasn't with the appointments from last time.
Oh, okay.
It's because this is the different, it's actually, is it a voting member or is it a?
Yes.
Yes.
He's a liaison, made him.
Yes, liaison, but isn't it different? Isn't the
Well,
member?
actually, do you vote? I don't know.
I'm
if
trying
you
to
vote.
remember what it was. If the liaison's the same thing, then that's what we did the last meeting, but if it's not, which I don't think it is.
Well, you didn't have to go down and be sworn in, right?
Yeah, so.
If you're a voting member, you gotta be sworn in.
Yeah.
Like liaisons where we just like, you just show up and.
I mean, I just came over to
Right,
Yeah, the AC one's
Well,
like
this.
more.
I don't think we have liaison. Well, Chris wasn't.
He did both, kind
Yeah.
of. He was listed as the liaison and he was also
He
the
was
liaison.
also a member, yeah.
But I guess what we threw out is just because everyone's so stretched, it's like, well, maybe we could all hand it off and like, we just, but I don't think it works that way with,
Yeah.
it's an appointment kind of thing.
Yeah, it is an appointment,
Yeah.
yeah, because I had to do a slip card.
I think maybe that was maybe more the liaison approach.
Yeah.
which-
Because I'm
Jeff spent
on
so
the
many stuff,
transportation
take on.
committee, but I had to go down and get sworn in on that committee because I'm a
Yeah.
voting member.
Oh,
From here, so,
okay.
so that's where I was just before I came here.
Hmm.
5:30 meeting and then 7 and then here.
Well, that's the good thing about the EDC meeting is that they usually have it on the same night, but it starts at 6 till like 7. And then we come in.
Yeah, here, I will say that is true, it is
Yeah.
right.
You come in at 6
So-
till 7 and then you're here until, they're ready to go right through the planning board meeting, so.
Yeah.
Happy baby.
That's a distraction, you know.
Is it just the camera, Jared? Sure, like that, the bottle seems huge.
No, it's more of the huge baby than the bottle.
It's like my bottle.
Yeah, she's going to be the big sister soon.
We have to see the big sister, we haven't seen her.
Yeah, that's true.
So Jeff, that's something you'd be willing to be a voting member of the EDC as well?
Yeah, I mean, if there's a need there, sure.
Yeah, I mean, if you were gonna be, as liaison, if you're gonna attend the meetings anyway, you might as well be a voting member.
It makes sense, yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna do your time, at least have some input.
Yeah, when you go actually have a vote.
So,
You don't
So
wanna
now-
sit there and have to tell you all the stuff and then you say, well, wait a minute, they're like, you can't say anything, you're not a voting member. No, I get something to say.
so who should I be in touch with the EDC?
EDC,
Danielle.
Oh, just talk to Danielle, okay.
Yeah. What I have to do tomorrow, I'll do an appointment slip for you and I
Okay.
have to wait for Ryan to come in and sign it. He's, once he does that, I will give it to her. She'll call you and to have you sworn in.
Okay, excellent.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion for the Economic Development Committee. That's why you like pull it out.
Wow, Dave, huh?
I move that the Community Planning Commission vote to appoint Jeff Griffin onto the Economic Development Committee as the Community Planning Commission's representative member.
Okay,
So
Seconded.
Jeremiah, thank you.
Oh, well, that was fast.
yeah, that. Okay, I have a motion and a second, any further discussion?
Thank you, fellas.
Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye. Well, I'll do roll call vote. Jeremiah?
Aye.
Okay, Dave?
Aye.
Yeah.
You can vote for yourself.
And myself, aye. So that's 4 in favor, no opposed. We'll pass that on to the select board and
You're a good man.
at some point. So, I haven't really, they keep having these transportation meetings, you know, like in the middle of the day, which doesn't work for me, but tonight was at 5:30, so I was able to go. And they're working on a bunch of things,
Who ran that? Like who actually runs it or?
Lillian, what's her name?
Yeah, Lil,
Yeah, Lil runs it.
I don't know.
She works for the town, so she runs it. So they're trying a whole bunch of things to try to get some transportation going here. One of the things they're doing is they're trying to find volunteers to drive. So they're putting these out in places these scripts can turn off and you can volunteer to drive for different times. And when they have a request for a requirement from somebody, they will, she would be like the call center. She would call somebody, try to get volunteers to drive. That's one of the initiatives that they're doing. But they're also looking at a bunch of other things. bunch of other ways to get transportation in town. And there's on town meeting, I guess there's a article to fund them, I think $60,000. Did you remember? I think it was 60.
Yeah, I think it was something like that, yeah.
Yeah, on town meeting but some of that money they want to use immediately for some mobility management things. And some of it they want to hold on to for matching funds for a grant that probably not going to be able to get their hands on for that in January, when the grant is actually, because it's not even up yet, but it's coming. So they're working on the grant. This grant they're working on right now has to be turned in at least on, I guess, by the 23rd of June. And so they're working on, so Will, I guess, is working on it, getting it all in place. I'm trying to come up with answers to some of the questions like, how do we tell them that, how do we express our need for that grant? How many people does that grant help? I mean, and what's the impact of us not having the transportation in town and things like that? So they have a transportation survey that they're going to try to send out also with the next water bill and trash bill.
That's good.
And they were going to send a self-addressed stamped envelope out with it, which I think they may do anyway, but I told them they'd be much better off to just give people a link online, because people will much quicker go online and fill that out, than they would try to fill something out, find a stamp, put it on it, and get it mailed, pretty much.
Not fair.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so I
Depends though.
can that idea, and then give them the website, give them a place to go to fill it out online, so that they can put as many comments as they want in. So.
So with the transportation is, I know you mean like, because elderly, they gotta get them around the office, things like that.
Well, it's a number of things. It's no transportation for people that don't have vehicles, and then no way of getting to appointments. So some of it is a lot of the thrust of this is a medical thrust, for people that need to get the doctor's appointments and things like that. And they don't have any other way to go. But there's also there are things like I didn't even think of, like there are people that need healthcare workers to help them at their homes, and the healthcare workers, not a really high-paying job, so they kind of depend on public transportation to get to their jobs and to get to the people's homes. And there is no public transportation here, so. It comes down to the Andover line and picks up at the Reading line, but we're in no man's land.
That's when you call Uber.
Yeah, well.
Why don't they work with Uber and try to?
Well, again, you're the excellent point, because they do. Some of this money is going to fund a program where Uber can be, we signed Uber up as a partner. We contribute all this to the Uber system so that these people get low cost rides.
Yeah.
So that's a program that they already have in place.
Oh, okay, yeah, I would think that the overhead's much lower with that.
I would too.
Well, there is the that bus thing that's.
But you could have people like contribute to that, you know what I mean? Like, wouldn't you give $10 a month or something like that? You knew what the nut was every month, like it was.
Yeah.
Then everyone could, folks, we need another 10 grand to fill our, you could have that.
Well, it depends what the need is too. I mean, how,
Right.
because, I mean,
like you just said, that's a good subsidized way. It's like most of it, the infrastructure, everything's on.
There's something.
So hard.
right, so like, I look at it like,
It was us, but.
if it's just purely transportation,
It's like,
why should we own vehicles? And why should we even go there? Insurance, one accident, and the whole thing goes to nothing.
I agree, using the Uber model or the.
Because
Makes tons of sense.
the liability just is so
All
far
right,
away.
that's just something that, yeah.
Well,
Okay.
one of the,
So it's now the 20th?
well, let me just say a couple other things. One of the issues
Sorry.
with that.
Jeff and I are like, let's go.
that, which we hear from at any moment, is that the town contributes to at least one town liability on behalf.
Every other.
Oh, I know.
So
Thank you.
It's like if someone's drinking in your house.
Less than owning the vehicles and all this other stuff.
So what they have now is a Viva, which is the Merrimack Valley Transit Authority, who will provide free rides to medical appointments at Leahy, PD, or Boston hospitals, Monday, Tuesdays, or Thursdays for limited hours. You have to call them ahead. The problems with that are that there's no specific times where you get, you can call and you get your ride, you get dropped off at Leahy, and then who picks you up?
Right.
Uber.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
But what they do is they say, that at some particular point, they just say, okay, we're all done, we're going home, that's it. So
Right.
you either have to be.
Yeah, so it's.
That's right.
It's interesting, Warren, because I have two elderly, people that live with me, my
Yeah.
mother-in-law and father-in-law, 93 and 87.
Yeah.
So this is a common problem, for our family. Our family always manages to help them and take care of things and stuff like that. And,
Right.
either I'm my wife or my wife's sister or my brother, somebody's always involved to help them do that. And, I can tell you that when they got involved with this type of a program in Reading, right?
Yep.
So they would need a ride down to, next to Dandelion, right across the street from Jim's place, the big parking lot there.
Yeah.
I don't know the name of the store, whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
The good home goods.
Home Goods, yeah. So in Reading, the Home Goods van would be there, and then you just had to get them there, and then they'd have to go into Boston, and they take the van and all that. It was really like, when you drop grandma off in the van, in the Home Goods, it was like you're crossing your fingers, she might come back, she might not. The transportation was horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. They said, I said, why didn't you're supposed to be back at 4:30, they come back at 6:30. What happened? Well, we had to go to Chelsea, and then we had to go this way and that way, and because their resources are limited too. So their service is terrible,
Yeah.
absolutely terrible.
Hurt the road.
So we have to be careful. Like, because you open that can of worms, and you want to help people, of course you want to help them. But it just seems that you get into the bus thing and that, and you're trying to, and
Well, see, what we talked a little bit about too is, what we really need, is a regular bus that comes through on a regular basis. Similar to, if you, just all you have to do is get out of North Reading. If you drive over through Wilmington or from there on to Tewksbury and Bill Ricker and all through there are regular bus stops right along there, you only got to get them to a bus stop someplace and the bus will pick them up there and it runs every 20 minutes and I'll drop them off there. And, you're not spending, wherever you're going, you're not gonna spend, an hour and a half at your appointment and the next 5 hours waiting for a ride back. So the other towns have managed to do it. Just that we are too far north for the southern route and too far south for the northern route. And they won't pick us up. So, and they said there's not enough money in North Reading, which means there's not enough ridership. They don't think in North Reading to make it worth having a bus stop here. We're not gonna wear the brakes out, make it one more stop. I don't know what the problem is, but that's basically the concept. That's what they say. So what we need to do is do a little bootstrapping. We're figuring out ways to take care of our elders ourselves, One of the pieces of information that was pointed out to me was that right now we spend $20,000 a kid on school. We spend $50 a senior a year.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Boston's $32,000 a student. I didn't think that education has been very long, right?
Yeah.
Just saying, just to give some perspective.
Yeah. We're good for our money, maybe. But
Right.
$50 a senior is all.
So I have a question with the Uber, like, 'cause I just love the way Uber works. I use it all the time when I'm in town and I'm,
Yeah, same here.
and I'm, I don't want to take my vehicle in and be, game or whatever going on. It's just so easy. It's such an easy concept. And it really isn't terribly expensive, and it's pretty accurate, and it's usually always available, unless something really crazy is
Well,
going on.
that's what I was saying when we were talking about whether or not we should, get involved with Uber with this additional support situation, which allows seniors to call, and instead of paying $40 for the ride, pay 15.
Right.
And the town.
I mean, a lot of times they're during the day that they want these rides and that is
How
not
many
lower
buses
volume.
you get, but there's 1,000 Ubers out there, so. you know.
They're everywhere. Again, you know what you do, the market system versus,
Right,
yeah,
you're gonna get it a lot cheaper.
yeah.
So, and another thing too is, like, if we're exclusively, and I don't know who, you know, who's in charge of doing what you're talking about, but if it can become like an exclusive thing, those companies are usually pretty good at, you know, working with you, because like if you find, you know, like a core group of Uber drivers that are in, like, there are Uber drivers here in North Reading.
I know.
Right. So why not exclusively use the Uber drivers in North Reading and then exhaust that list and go outside of that? So then it's a 2-for-1. Not only are you helping your elderly out, but you're also helping out.
The people in your home.
Right. So, I mean, it can't be that hard to figure out how to get a list of.
And we can't be the only town that makes that overture towards Uber or Lyft, so somebody in the
Well,
Lyft
that's all.
corporation, yeah, we'll
I'll bring this all back.
be familiar with that,
Because I really, you get a lot of headaches.
yeah.
So I just want to reiterate again that when the next water and trash bill comes out, it's going to be a questionnaire in there. And there hopefully should also be a website you can go to fill that out. And you're not filling it out because we're ready to do something immediate. You're filling it out so that we can prove to the people to the state that we deserve, that we need the grant, and that we need to be able to provide for our elders. And so right now, the building on the common there, the elder services only has 38 households that they're really supporting. However, that's only a small portion of what's really out there as far as seniors go, because I think it was like over 6,000, but they're not getting any services. These are the people that don't have any other choice or any family, so.
And those 38 households are being supported in transportation, you're saying, or?
Yeah, transportation, yeah. So that's a brief update.
That's good.
Haven't been able to get
There's a solution.
as I would like, but
So now, I mean, one other question too, I'm just curious. So what if, you know, you had an elderly person, one of the 38, whatever, and they needed a prescription at Walgreens, but they had no way to get it? Is that something that they could do through Uber, or like?
yeah, that's what they would be able to do.
It's not specific to like just a doctor's appointment.
No, we're trying, well, but that's the thrust that's our most that's the neediest place that we have for the elders. And so that's the one that we're pressing to the state, because that's the one the state's gonna respond to. So that's, you'll see that article come up at town meeting. If you support it, probably help us out with the transportation thing. And when you get that thing in the and you get that questionnaire and your water and trash bill.
What article is that one?
Oh, I don't remember the number on it is. That's right up hand.
We'll look it up.
I'm just curious, because, yeah.
All right, it's 8 o'clock.
Okay,
Let's get this, you want me to read that motion, or do you want to make a
let me see,
statement
yeah,
first that's been informed?
yeah. Okay, no, we'll do that motion right now. We don't need to. Pardon me?
I lost the TV.
You crashed the system.
Okay, well, we don't want to, we're not going to, let's see, I have to open the public hearing first.
Yeah, first.
So I'm going to open the public hearing on 17 Anthony Road, 346 Haverhill Street, the definitive subdivision. And I'm going to state that we're just going to make a motion to extend it. And that extension date will be in the motion. Oh, Dave.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the Community Planning Commission vote to grant the requested extension of time in which to render a decision on the 17 Anthony Road and 3046 Haverhill Street definitive subdivision plan until August 29, 2023, and to continue the public hearing to June 20th, 2023, 8:15 p.m.
Okay, and motion, you have a second.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Oh, good, we did a fair amount.
You are
of-
still there? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So we'll do a roll
I
call.
still had you, Jeremiah, I couldn't see you.
Yeah, no, he's over there.
Oh, he's over there.
Aye.
Okay, because the music do that requires a roll call vote, so Jeremiah, I'll say.
Aye.
Okay, and Dave,
Aye.
and
Aye.
and I say aye, so that's 4 in favor, no opposed. To move that June 30 to August 29, the definitive subdivision plans.
One of the quickest meetings we've had.
You do have people on, I don't know who they are, but they muted iPhone and Steven.
Oh, okay.
somebody else. I don't know if they can hear us or not.
Yeah.
Stephen, you can hear us and you were on for Anthony Road that they did, the applicant did continue. You can hear me.
Yep, I can hear you. I'm just here to listen in. Thank you.
I just want to make sure, I didn't want to leave you, we had some technical difficulty there, but we just made the motion to continue the meeting until, you need the date, Stephen?
Nope.
Okay, got it, it was the 20th.
All right, thank you.
Yep, you got it.
Okay.
All right, do you want to close the meeting? I guess we got to close it, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's always good.
I'm gonna close the public hearing, yes, so we actually supposed to vote afterwards, but either way. Deal is done. Okay, so I guess that's us for tonight.
That was easy breezy.
Good night, Jeremiah.
Thanks, Jeremiah.
Thanks, guys.